Blacklist Hunter here, and today we're going to talk about Gon's and Killua's Nen teacher Wing Sun. There are many perspectives about Wing Sun, man, but my own view is that Wing is a tough Nen user. I believe we have enough information about Wing to determine that he is at least a high-ranked Nen user. Now, the most important fact that we know about Wing is that he is a student of the Shingen Ryu Kung Fu style, and we have to know that this is a style that Netero practiced all his life. However, Wing was the student of the renowned Nen master Biscuit Kruger. How cool is that? I mean, Biscuit is up there as a ultimate Nen user, the highest, the pinnacle of Nen mastery, the ultimate. And somehow our boy Wing Sun managed to reach the level of assistant master of this rare Kung Fu style called Shingen Ryu, Netero style. But here comes the tricky part. The reason why Wing is underestimated is that Biscuit stated that Wing wasn't that good at learning Nen, but more suited to teaching. However, let's look at this at another perspective. How can you be good at teaching something if you're not good at it first? If I want to teach math as a mathematics teacher, I should at least have some considerable or average knowledge in order to teach it, right? So this tells us that Wing is definitely capable and has enough knowledge of various branches of Nen, but at the same time he is able to put his knowledge to action. Now, Wing may have not reached the highest pinnacle of Nen, but he certainly has some real knowledge and can put that knowledge to action. Wing does look average at first glance, you're average guy, but you know, in shonen, these clumsy, not talking your shirt types out of nowhere turn out to be strong as hell. Now, I'm not saying Wing is Hisoka level or Chrollo level, that would be not reasonable to say, but a cool fact is that through Wing we saw how Hisoka used his cards and why they were so deadly. Wing tore a piece of paper out of Zushi's book and used the advanced application of Nenshu to slice Zushi's canned juice into two, basically showing us how deadly Nen can be if it's taught to the wrong people. So clearly Wing should be able to use the advanced applications with some skill. Now, another reason why Wing is underestimated is because Wing was shown to be visibly scared or nervous in certain cases when seeing what incredible potential Gon and Killua had. And Wing at some point even stated that, Master, meaning Biscuit, have I awoken a uncontrollable monster regarding Gon and Killua basically. Wing is so talented at Nen basically that he opened the aura nodes of Gon and Killua through the quick method, and he was so skilled he didn't even hurt them at all. That's really impressive because it shows what tremendous control of aura Wing has. Another impressive feat of Wing is that he unleashed some really bad bloodlust on Gon and Killua, but you could say that they were with no aura, so they definitely were under pressure since as Wing stated, it's like being naked in a blizzard. One thing that impressed me though is that when Wing put his hand on the wall with one aura burst attack, he made really visible damage to it, and when Wing did this, it looked like it was a walk in the park. Another reason why you could underestimate Wing is that when he saw Hisoka activate his aura in the beginning of the Gon fight, he was visibly nervous or surprised by the malicious power it had. But in reality, most people don't know that in the data books, Wing's stats are pretty damn high. His mind is 4 out of 5, skill 4 out of 5, same thing with body and Nen, 4 out of 5, intelligence. The only stat that Wing is low at is that ingenuity, basically being clever, meaning that Wing is definitely not that creative in combat basically. Wing definitely is smart and wise. Wing also looks like very patient and overall a good person. We know he's a good person. So as an end user, Wing is an enhancer, and honestly considering Wing is an enhancer, that's the best category for battle offense and defense related. You could say Wing may have developed a Hatsu that falls on another category, but I doubt it since Wing wouldn't develop a Hatsu that doesn't belong in his own category. Wing even advised Gon to keep his abilities simple and in his own category. Wing definitely isn't Castro. Now, Castro was definitely strong, and I still think Wing is stronger. I just get that feeling. I get the feeling that Wing was a bad learner or a slow learner at first, of course, at Nen. Then he got a surge of energy and determination, or something happened that made him put intense work just like Zushi. So definitely Wing wasn't like a kid with genius intellect or rare 1 in 10 million talent, but he put in the work and he definitely succeeded. He became a high level fighter. I believe personally Wing is up there with around the same level of Knuckle or around the same level of Sato, Zlipo, these kinds of characters, although he's not as strong as Hisoka, of course, not as strong as Chrollo, Razor, or these types of characters. But this is all I want to say about Wing though, and definitely subscribe and like if you're new to the channel. I do Hunter x Hunter content, and I'll see you guys in the next Hunter x Hunter video.